Hello, my dears. Welcome back to my channel, Clairie Eliza. My name is Claire. I'm so happy you're here today. Today we have a reading all about the dreams you've been having lately. And not just the dreams you've been having lately, but how those dreams are communicating with you about your hopes and dreams for the future. And also what messages the universe is trying to send you through these dreams. So we have a lot to unpack today. I like to say that we're going to go all English lit major on your dreams because I do have an English degree. And I just think it will be really fun to sort of look into what your brain and what your heart have been throwing around in your dreams for the past few days, the past week, the past month, whatever is sort of calling to you most recently. So we have 3 decks for you to choose from today. We have these huge paper clips for you to choose from if those help you in selecting cards with objects on them. So we have our pink, our white, and our green today. So we have 3 readings for you to choose from. Timestamps for each reading will be in the description box and in the comments below. I also just wanted to thank you for letting me share in your story today, and thank you so much for sharing in mine. Now, what makes a pick a card reading so special is that type of relationship, that type of communion between the reader and the viewer. And I, as the reader, can only go so far in delivering this message to you. And the other half that makes these readings so special is you receiving that message and making it your own. So I always love to hear from you. I would love to hear in the comments how all of these messages resonate with you today and what you took from them. Please also, if you're feeling like it, subscribe, like the video. Like I said, leave a comment. I'd love to have you along on my journey, and I'd love to be a part of yours. So feel free to pick your card deck for this reading. If more than one is calling to you, of course, always feel free to watch more than one reading. And I will see you in your reading. Thank you so much. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading today on your dreams that you have been having lately and what they have to say about your hopes and dreams for the future. So I already have some pre-shuffled tarot cards for you here. Now, in this gorgeous framed art that I'm actually using as my tabletop here, we have 3 different sections. So we're going to start today with the types of dreams you've been having and any details or any specific things that are coming to you in your physical, well, let's not say physical, but your actual dreams. And then in the center section here, we have your hopes and your dreams for the future and how those are playing within your actual dreams at night. And so then in the third section over here, we'll be looking specifically at the messages that the universe is sending you through these dreams regarding your hopes and dreams for the future. All right, so let's get started with the types of dreams you've been having, Group 1. All right, to start out, we have the 9 of Wands and the Sun card. Okay, so Group 1. The first thing that comes to my mind when I think of the dreams you might have been having is a bit of an anxiety dream, actually. I wonder if you are having some dreams that have to do with something being out of reach. Especially with this 9 of Wands, it's something out of reach that you feel should be within reach, and whether that sort of physically manifests in your dreams as you physically trying to reach for something and not being able to grasp onto it, Or potentially it could be something a bit more metaphorical or a bit more hidden. Maybe you're not realizing that you're yearning or searching for this thing in your dream, but you feel like there's something missing. You feel like there's something that you're searching for, and that it feels like it is eluding you. And especially with this Sun card here as well, I really feel like it's something that holds a lot of power and a lot of promise for you. And whether or not you have identified it as holding that much importance in your life and in your heart and in your mind, it's definitely there. And I think that's where this feeling of it being an anxiety dream comes from. And especially because if you look at the imagery here with both of these sort of golden skies, both this golden, but perhaps a bit more muted sky in the Nine of Wands, and then this golden, bright, beautiful sun here. It's almost like you know you're almost there. You know that that thing that you're searching for in this dream is yours. You know it's promised. But unfortunately, there's something holding you back. And I think those are kind of the classic anxiety dreams that we can have. And especially looking at both of these figures, they're both atop an animal. They're both riding sort of their mighty steed. And I feel like between this more, I would say, this more strong, foundationally stereotypical beast versus the bird, I feel like perhaps there's a sense in your dreams of urgency, of, like I said, anxiety. And I wonder if your dreams are perhaps holding you back from the thing you're seeking because it's encouraging a new approach. So let's move forward then to your hopes and your dreams, that these dreams that you are having are sort of centered around, and that could give us some more information. All right, so first we have the Star card, and we have the Magician. Okay, wow, group 1. We have lots of major arcana here, and we have lots of really encouraging messages. Now, with the Star and the Magician, when it comes to your hopes and your dreams, you are looking to manifest a reawakening, group 1. Whether that reawakening is finding your dream career, or whether that's starting your own family, whether that's just finding the next direction and moving forward in your life that will feel most authentic and most surely yours. And having the Star and then the Magician, it's very clear that your dream, your hope, is to find hope, is to find that dream, and then to manifest it. And so I definitely feel like now we're looking at this Nine of Wands and then the Sun. I think you are definitely feeling the pressure to do that, to manifest that. But I think even before you feel the pressure to manifest it, you are very much feeling the pressure to figure out what that thing will be. And of course, that's the first step on the journey, it seems. And I feel like it's in finding that thing, finding that way to move forward, that will give you that hope that the Star card brings. I understand sometimes it's hard to feel hope when you don't know what to feel hopeful about. And I wonder if that's why in the dreams you've been having, whether it is literally chasing after something and not catching it, or whether it's more of a cat and mouse, like you're being chased, but you also are curious about the thing chasing you because you don't know what it is. I wonder if between those two ideas, it's that you are searching for that thing. And even if it scares you, you sense that it is something that would be so beneficial and also is so needed for you. In group 1, I also feel like if your dreams are related to the Star and the Magician, and the physical experience of that dream is represented by the Nine of Wands and the Sun, that your higher self already knows what is coming, and whether you know the specifics of that, whether you only get a sense of it, a whisper of it, a tiny taste of it, your higher self knows what's best. And I think that's why having the star and the magician here is so beautiful in terms of what you are looking for, what you are hoping for, is that you are just looking to find that right thing so you can latch onto it, and so you can soar, so that you can don your wings as the magician and fly away to all your dreams in this beautiful landscape with our sun here. And I think that also shows a lot with all of this bird imagery here, with all of the wings, and even our figure at the center of it all, he has wings as well. And I think perhaps maybe you're dreaming of flying, or maybe in your dream you feel like you should be able to fly, but you can't. It's almost that sense of you're expecting to be lifted, but you stay straight on the ground. And I wonder if there is this sense of chase, or the sense of you being chased with this Nine of Wands, and then you look to the sun, you look to your wings in your dream to move you away from the situation or into a new situation, just like this magician here. But we've been talking about a lot of air energy here. We've been talking about flying, and we've been talking about running too. We've been talking about feeling that wind in your hair, that urgency of moving forward. But let's remember too, the star here is very much giving us some water energy. And I think that has a lot to do with why these dreams might be a bit haunting for you. I think these dreams are very much grounded in your emotions, Group 1. And I think these dreams are sort of a way for you to explore those emotions, or at least to express them in ways that you perhaps could not in your waking life. And I almost wonder, in terms of this section being about your hopes and dreams and how they manifest within your physical sleeping dreams, I wonder if with this star we need to get into your emotions a bit more, Group 1. I feel like with the water energy preceding the air energy that we're looking for so that you can fly, so that you can soar, we need to get into those emotions that you perhaps are running away from or feeling are sort of eluding you. So, to see what's happening there, let's move on to this third section where we will look at what messages Spirit or the universe is sending you through these dreams. All right, so first we have the World card, and we have the Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness, Group 1. So I love this combination. I've always had quite a special place in my heart for the Queen of Swords. And just looking at these images, what I find so interesting is there are a lot of similarities. I think the first thing is just this idea of arching here. I think this gives us so much sweeping, dynamic, and forceful energy. But I think both with our Queen of Swords, who is sort of that she's so representative of that, isn't she? She's so strong, she's so powerful, she knows herself so well. And then you have the World, which is endless possibilities and sort of the attainment of them. Attainment of whatever you choose to hold on to and whatever the world chooses to give to you. I feel like having these two together, especially with their backs to each other, I think I sort of see it as they're partners in this. They, whether it's a battle or just keeping an eye on their surroundings, these ladies, I'm assuming this is a lady, they have each other's backs and they are fighting the same battle with each other. And I think that's the way the universe is calling you to look at your relationship with Spirit or with the energies of the universe. I feel like the universe is trying to tell you we're both playing the same game here. We're on each other's sides. And I think that's a very stark contrast in comparison to our Sun and Nine of Wands here. This idea that in your dreams, I think you're feeling so much pressure to perform, so much pressure to attain what you are meant to find, so much pressure to find hope again, so much pressure to manifest something of that hope, that I think perhaps you're in the early stages of recognizing it. And I think it's very, very natural to run away from the new things that are coming because they feel unnatural, because they feel scary. That is a completely natural reaction to have. And one of the great things about dreams is they give you the opportunity to play through the different thoughts and imaginings and emotions that perhaps your waking life does not allow for, whether it's your busy schedule or even just the feeling uncomfortable in the moment. I think the dreams, because they feel so very much out of our control, it has this sense of, in some ways, it has a greater sense of urgency because we feel like just players in a video game. But at the same time, it is physically our brains and our spirit using this time to play through the different things you have been experiencing and decide how you to move forward. Or at least, if nothing else, to help you process those emotions, or process those experiences, so that then when you wake, then you can decide how to move forward. And that is where the World and the Queen of Swords comes in. And I think what's coming for you next, Group 1, is the universe trying to get you to see, and it'll happen, it can take time, but the universe is now going to work with you to see your potential, to see what you can manifest, but also see how beautifully and how just naturally that can be done when you accept the universe as your partner in this. All right, so Group 1, now we're going to shuffle some cards here. This is our Dreamkeepers Tarot, and I should just mention this was the Shadowscapes Tarot. I'm just going to pull one card from this deck for each of our 3 sections as any additional messages or clarification from the universe. So let's start with the types of dreams you've been having. Any last messages? Oh. Too many. I'm just looking for one. Well, you know, Group 1, we do have 3 here. See that? Let's just do it. Let's see what we have. All right. So for our first section, the types of dreams you're having, we have the Page of Cups, which is beautiful. Just beautiful. And then for the hopes and the dreams that you have, we have the Moon. Oh my goodness, so much. The Sun, the Star, and the Moon, Group 1. Wow. And then for the messages from the universe, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Oh yes, this makes so much sense. Okay, so the Page of Cups in your dreams is that elusive cup that's being held out to you that you might be grasping for, or potentially that you are holding on to and you're just waiting for the universe to take it and run with it. And I think this imagery is very interesting. It's haunting, it's ethereal, and I think that might be the nature of your dreams. They might feel very much grounded in a fantasy world. They may feel very grounded in the supernatural. They may feel grounded in things that are out of your control. They may feel like a nightmare. They could. I did say that I got a sense of an anxiety dream from it. And I don't think it's like a terror. I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that intense of an emotion. But I think there's just this edge to it. And it's sort of that mask haunting you, calling you, that voice calling to you. I wonder if you are hearing your name being called, sort of as a call to action. And especially because we have this moon here, group 1, when we look to the types of dreams and hopes that you have for your life, having the moon here says that there is a lot within your heart, within your mind, within your spirit that you have not connected to with. And I feel like the moon perhaps is representing your relationship with your higher self here. Or if not with your higher self, because you're in tune with that, maybe it's more your relationship with the universe that might be a bit in question, especially with this Ace of Pentacles. I feel like the universe is calling to you. I wonder if it's the universe holding out this Page of Cups for you in these dreams and calling for you to see the potential, calling for you to see all there is to come. I feel like perhaps you're a bit afraid to answer the universe's messages. Perhaps you're afraid to jump on the call, jump into action. And it takes time. I completely have been in a place like that many times in my life. And even very recently I was. Especially with starting this YouTube channel. I held on to it for a while before I did anything about it. And I think that's natural. I think that's healthy. I think those are the perfect times for our brains and our minds and our hearts to play with the emotions and play with the concepts that are turning around in our mind. And I'm excited for you that you are at this place where something is beckoning to you, or that you are looking for something, you are seeking something, because that's the first step, is knowing that there's a place to move forward. Even if you don't know where that is, the fact that it's coming at all. Yes. Okay, I'm very excited for you, group 1. So next, I'm going to be using our Awakened Dreamer deck here just for a little message, and we are going to use this specifically for the center section when it comes to your hopes and dreams and what the universe has to tell you. Oh my goodness, that was very quick. Okay, let's see. Radical gratitude. Radical gratitude is when you stand in the center of what you have, especially the challenges. Open your heart and drop to your knees in awe at how blessed you are. Regardless of what other people have, realize your life is the one you choose. Beautiful, group 1. Gratitude. And putting the gratitude right under our moon here, especially when this center section is so much about you wanting to manifest a hopeful and bright new future for yourself, just bursting with sunlight and bursting with energy. It starts with valuing, I think, not just your challenges and the achievements you've been through and that you've earned, but also, group 1, being radically grateful for yourself, for your own spirit, for your connection and your place within this universe. And that is, I feel like, the greatest blessing for you right now, is to see that you are the magician here, group 1. And yes, regardless of what other people have, realize your life is the one you choose. And I think that's why the universe is calling to you in your dreams, group 1. The universe wants you to see that you have everything you need to move forward. And even with this 9 of Wands, group 1, that's one step away from 10. You are close. You are close to it. You have done so much work. And even if this hope or this dream, whenever it comes to you, feels like something so out of nowhere or so not associated with what you would have expected of yourself, even if this is starting a brand new career with no previous experience in that career, or maybe it's leaving an old relationship and going out on your own when you've been in a long-term relationship, or if it's just this simple idea of changing your lifestyle, which is never as simple as we think it is, I think that it ultimately comes down to you knowing that you have been preparing for whatever is to come through all those previous experiences. And even if you start fresh, you're never really starting fresh, because you have you, and you have all the choices and all of the lessons and experiences that you have made and gained in the time that you have been on this earth, Group 1. All right, so next we're going to look at your Moonology card of the day, and this will specifically give us information about the dream itself and what the moon, or what sort of that elusive, intuitive voice is sending to you. We have 2 here, and I want to take both. Okay, so we're lots of messages of cycles here, Group 1. So we have a new romantic cycle begins, and we also have end of a tough cycle approaches. So that's exciting. And especially with your Page of Cups, I do feel like we're at this place where there is a lot of momentum beginning. And I think actually I want to switch these cards around, because I think this ending is perhaps what you've recently gone through, this ending of this tough cycle. And then this new romantic cycle begins. And that is what comes of moving forward out of this more anxious or more trepidatious energy and moving into this open welcoming of the universe working hand in hand with you. And romantic cycle does not just have to mean in terms of a romantic relationship. I think, again, tying romantic into hope, into that seductive quality that comes with seeing the world with those rose-tinted glasses. I think there's nothing wrong with that, Group 1. Sometimes energies change and they shift and they alter themselves, but ultimately, I think it's beautiful that you're entering this new cycle where you will be able to see hope, where you will have done this work through your dreams and through your waking life, and then that hope and that manifestation will come. All right, Group 1, let's now move into your Mystical Wisdom card deck. And in here, we're going to be looking at your relationship with the universe and any specific messages that the universe wants to send you at this time. Okay, again, really easy today. I feel like the universe knows what it wants to tell you, Group 1. All right, so we have resilience, rise above tribulations. Yes, Group 1, I hope you have not been through a terrible disappointment leading up to this, and perhaps you were. If so, I just posted last week a video all about endings and disappointments in different phases of our life. And if this is you, I definitely recommend looking at that if you haven't already. But I think the universe is sending you a loud and clear message here, Group 1. Rise above your tribulations. You are so resilient. And that, I think, is why you are fighting so hard in these dreams, Group 1. You are searching, you are seeking, you are fighting. And the universe values that and respects it and thanks you for it and is grateful for that energy you have put in. And all the universe, I think, is saying is, know you are resilient and join with me in the battle, and we will be unstoppable. And next, I'm going to pull the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds, and we're going to use that in this section as well. I want to see what hidden world the universe is trying to open for you, or at least call your attention to. All right. So we have Homeward Traveler, Completion, Reunion, or Return. Yes, Group 1, you have done so much good. And you're coming to the end of this cycle. You are coming to the end of this wandering, of this recovering from whatever you might have been through. You are completing the cycle so that you may start a new one. And I think there's something beautiful about the Homeward Traveler too. When we have the world sitting here, the whole world is your home, Group 1. You, just like this Ace of Pentacles, you have endless possibilities and endless abilities in terms of how you move forward. And that's why now I'm curious to see, we have our Hero's Journey Dream Oracle deck, which I'm going to be looking in the book, depending on what card we pull, because it tells you specifics about things that might be showing up in your dreams. So let's see what we have for you. Excuse my little hands, group one. Sometimes it takes me a while to shuffle with these bigger cards. Oh, there we go. All right, stand up and be recognized. Behold, you are the inspiration you have been looking for. All right, let's look in the book because I want to see what specific dream the universe has been sending you according to our dear Kelly Sullivan Walden. Let's see. Dream symbol is award. Dreams of an award or reward speak of your feelings of self-worth. Congratulations. This milestone is celebrating the great strides you have made. Take a deep breath, acknowledge this breakthrough, relish in your value, and allow it to nurture you into an even fuller reason for recognition next time around. The mantra is, I am a powerful giver and receiver of recognition. Yes, group one, and that is where the universe is pulling you to. And I think that is why in this dream, perhaps the thing you're looking for is the recognition that the universe is calling you to give yourself, for you to be grateful for the work you have done, group one, and to stand up and be recognized for it. And I think in doing that, that will bring you this greater sense of relationship with the universe so that you can move forward and realize your dreams. All right, so our final card today, and it'll be looking specifically at how you can use these dreams to get closer to your actual hopes and dreams, is the Rumi Oracle deck. Oh, there we go. Oh, we have two. Okay. Oh, we have the lion and the deer, which interestingly enough, I have been pulling just nonstop for myself lately. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. And then we have the cosmic heart. Okay, so I'm going to speak on the lion and the deer first because I'm, like I said, a bit more intimately aware of that one recently. So the lion and the deer is all about two sides of polarity, of extremes. And we have both the lion and the deer, the strong and the gentle, the meek, but also the loud. And I think this is exactly what you need to be hearing right now, group one. I think that resilience can be found in both the lion and the deer. It can be found in the strong, in the forceful moments of you searching and seeking for your dreams and your hopes, but also that gentleness of also being grateful and for celebrating yourself and the work you have done. And I think there is alternatively so much strength to be found in gratitude and in pride for yourself. And on the other side of that token, I think there is an important amount of release and not weakness, but relaxing into the universe that comes from knowing when to seek without running away from yourself and where you are. There's this way of finding hope without the anxiety of feeling that you are not where that hope is. And then I'm curious what this cosmic heart has to say. Let's see what the book has to say in relation to our lion and deer card. Okay. There is a little poem here that I'll just read. I was dead, I became alive. I was tears, I became laughter. The power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. I have seen everything, I have no fear. I have the heart of a lion, I shine like Venus. All right, let's see. This oracle comes with special guidance for you. More love is rushing towards you like a great cosmic tsunami. You will struggle with this blessing to the extent that you will attempt to hold on to what has been. So don't. Let go. Let it move you. You'll perhaps get some water up your nose. Yes, like this Page of Cups, Nine of Wands energy here. Yet, as you are washed up upon love's shining shore, keeping every hair in place will be the last thing on your mind. You'll be too caught up in the wonder of perfection, realizing how deeply loved you are and how unnecessary it is to contrive a way to live your purpose. Instead, you'll have no idea what's going on. You'll be surrendered in passionate embrace, with life simply being your exquisite, crazy, unique self, saturated with divine love. Yes, and we even had the lion in that poem group one. And yes, I think there is this sense of surrender to the universe, and perhaps that feels weak. Perhaps that is activating your need in your dream to keep striving, to keep searching, because you feel that there's a sense of weakness in not being able to attain it. But there's this beauty of just being open to what is rushing towards you. I think with the language of the tsunami, of your hair being messed up in the process, your heart is opening and the universe is calling to you. And these dreams that you are having right now, I think they're both a time for you to get that striving out, that pressure too that you have been feeling, but at the same time to show you that striving just does not feel as intense, as much of a hardship when you work with the universe for what you hope and dream of. All right, group one, that is all I'm getting for you today. I hope this was able to help you. I would be really curious to see in the next few days or the next week how your dreams might shift in response to hearing this message. So I would love to hear your comments now on how this relates, but also feel free to come back and let me know what ends up coming of it, because I think that would be really, really interesting. All right, thank you so much for watching this reading today, group one, and have a wonderful day and sweet dreams. Hello, group two. Welcome to your reading today, all about your dreams and your hopes for the future and any messages the universe is sending to you through your nighttime dreams. All right, so we have this great framed art piece here that I'm using as my tabletop today. And from here, we have three different sections, as you can see. We have our first section, which is about the types of dreams you're having and what's occurring in those dreams. And then we have section 2 here, which is focused on your hopes and your dreams for the future that might have something to do with the dreams you've been having at night. And then in this third section here, we have specific messages from spirit or from the universe that are being sent to you, that are being transmitted through these dreams. So, as one would expect, we're going to start with looking at the types of dreams you've been having. So we have some pre-shuffled tarot cards for you to get us started. So we have Temperance, and we have the Empress. Wow, okay, group 2. So, Major Arcana, I feel like these dreams are probably very, very lifelike. They're probably very visceral. They probably feel very much like it is your waking life. And then you wake up and you're like, oh, that was a dream. And sometimes I love those dreams, and sometimes you're just so grateful to wake up from them. So I'm curious whether these have been tormenting you or if they've been sort of like a game, sort of fun. We have Temperance and we have Empress. And I think perhaps in these dreams, you are just having the time of your life, group 2. I wonder if you are sort of playing magician here and weaving together all of these different scenarios and experiences that you have not personally experienced, and you are just having the time of your life doing it. Whether it's dreaming that you are a celebrity, if that's something that could seem fun, sometimes it seems kind of terrifying, but let's think maybe the fun parts of that. And I wonder with this Temperance here, sort of that idea of weaving together a story, weaving together different parts of different stories, sort of picking and choosing and playing around. I just get this energy of creativity and sort of pre-manifestation in the way that you are imagining how your manifestations would occur through these dreams. And the Empress, yes, you are I view it as you're sort of using the paintbrush before you go and paint in paint. It's like you are dipping the paintbrush in water and drawing along the canvas to see what you would like to see when you actually pick up the paint. And I feel like that's a beautiful way of looking at dreams, that it's sort of a pre-design session for you, that you are imagining all of the hopes and dreams and you're playing through the different scenarios of how they would occur. And I'm hoping, it feels like there is a great sense of joy for you in that. I hope these dreams are fun for you. I hope that they sort of bring out that creativity in you, and I would hope then that those would transfer into your daily life as well. I hope that from these you've been waking up feeling very creatively inspired to move forward in those things. But I also understand how potentially, group 2, you could be feeling a lot of pressure when you wake up from these dreams, or at least a sense of being overwhelmed, whether that feeling of being overwhelmed comes from this idea of how you have to make this practically and realistically there in your life, that feeling of having to manifest your dreamings and your imaginings. I can imagine there would be a lot of pressure involved with that, especially if the dreams are just so amazing. And if this just, your dream life is present in your dreams, I understand how that could be a bit scary to see exactly what you want in front of you, but knowing you have to move forward and create it. Now, I am interested to see what specific types of dreams and hopes for the future that you've been holding on to that perhaps are manifesting in these dreams. So let's see. Okay, we have the 10 of Swords, and we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, group 2, I feel like perhaps you have been through a difficult time. Perhaps, and I mean, who hasn't these days? But perhaps you are sensing sort of a clearing of the storm clouds. You are sensing that you can go no further in these difficulties and in this journey towards a new cycle beginning. And I think it is that sense of a new cycle beginning that is what you are wishing for. You are wishing for all of the potential success. You are looking for this Page of Pentacles. You're looking for something to go after. You're looking for something to be hopeful about. You're looking for something to make your own. And that's beautiful. And there is so much positivity, I think, in that for you. And I feel like those hopes and dreams for the cycle to come, those are starting in your dreams so that you can start to pick and choose and play with the things that you like and the things that you would like to change. I still very much feel like this idea of these dreams being your canvas, I think that's so fitting for what you're looking for. You're looking to repaint the canvas. You're looking to start over. And perhaps on a more practical level, whether it's the situation you're in or the type of preparation involved for how you want to move forward, I think it might take some time. And if not just taking time, it takes preparation. And I think there's something so beautiful about starting off within your dreams. That is the perfect, safe place to draw and to explore and to paint with paint in a way, but then have that paint just disappear overnight and you can start fresh again. It's a wonderful playground, I think, for you at this point in your life, group 2. And I think it also probably feels like a great relief from the more difficult things that you've been going through recently. I would imagine these dreams are a great place of positivity and encouragement for you. And speaking of encouragement, I'd like to see what the universe is sending to you right now in these dreams, in messages. So we have the 7 of Swords and we have the World card. Oh, wow. 2 great cards in terms of having the World come after your 7 of Swords here, group 2. So 7 of Swords, it's all about looking over your shoulder. It's all about anticipating the negativity, the threat, the attack. It's anticipating, sadly, I think, some of the negative energy that you have been living through lately, sort of being so used to that threat of attack that you're anticipating it, that you are feeling it sort of cloud over your way of looking at the world. And so I think with the universe sending you this world card in response to the Seven of Swords, the universe is telling you that your time is coming, and it's coming soon. We have this Ten of Swords here, and that is where you are. You are at the end. You are at the completion. You are getting there. And that is why you're able to go into this Temperance and Empress energy, is you are starting to rise from the ashes. You are starting to rebuild. You are starting to build anew, depending on your situation. And the universe is giving you these opportunities to play before you bring them to reality, but before you become the Page of Pentacles and strive forward into your future. We have this energy that goes from paranoid and scared and expecting the worst to the entire world of possibilities and joy and experiences to open up to you. And I think the universe is giving you a hint of that in your dreams. All right, so what I want to do next, and I want to mention this was the Shadowscapes tarot deck, and so now we're going to move into another tarot deck. This is the Dreamkeepers tarot, and I'm just going to be pulling one card for each section just to get any more messages or clarification from the universe. All right, so that's for section 1. Oh, here's section 2 and section 3. Okay, perfect. Let's see what we have. So for the dreams you have been having, we have the Four of Wands. Yes, this is the celebration. This is the 11/11. This is sort of the joy, the celebration of what is to come in playing within that celebration. And it's imagining what it will be and imagining what you want and really just reveling in it. And that's just a beautiful, beautiful energy to be in, especially in your dreams group too, because this is just the beginning. And this is sort of the initiation point for your future. And the fact that it is starting off with such positivity just makes me so happy for you, group 2, because that type of birth, the type of creation that will come, whether it's creative or a new lifestyle or a new relationship or a new career, whatever it is, starting off with that sense of excitement and celebration for the new, but also celebration for the work you have done to get there, that's beautiful, and it'll start you off so well. All right, so in terms of your hopes and dreams, we have the Strength card. And yes, you are so strong, group 2. I mean, you've been through this Ten of Swords, and what you are looking to do in this time is to engage your Page of Pentacles. You're looking to re-engage yourself and to move forward and to have that fighting spirit and that sense of charisma and joy. And I think to a certain extent, you want to be a bit naive again. You want to be able to fly head forward, head first into something again. I'm getting a bit of fool energy between the Ten of Swords and jumping into the Page of Pentacles. I think you're looking to feel recklessly hopeful about something again, and I think that's beautiful. And I think having the Strength card shows you that because you've been through the Ten of Swords, there is this sense of fear, for sure. There's a sense of anxiety, the sense of, sort of as we have here, the Seven of Swords as well, that paranoia, that I think it sometimes, after you've been through your fair share of struggles, it starts to get difficult to feel safe, to leap headfirst into something again. And if nothing else, this strength is here to tell you that you are so protected, both by the universe in this world card, but also within yourself from what you've been through. And then also, I think you're even further strengthened by the enthusiasm that's starting to gain momentum within your dreams. I think your dreams are trying to get you to this place where you feel safe to take the leap and actually move forward. All right, and then in terms of messages from the universe, we have the Page of Pentacles again. Yes, okay, universe is telling you, group 2, that you are safe to leap. You are not only safe, but you're ready. You are ready, group 2. And I think that is probably another reason why the Temperance and the Empress came here in terms of what your dreams are actually showing you and what emotions you are experiencing in those dreams. You are experiencing, I think, such a surge of excitement that you perhaps wouldn't even know what to do with it. And maybe if it's not a surge of excitement, at least it's that you're having these dreams of this other life that you could have, or depending on how many times you're having these dreams, it could be every night, the endless amount of different lives you could move forward into. I think at the same time there, as we've said, is trepidation involved. And I think if nothing else, the universe is telling you that whether you experience the excitement in the dream or it's a bit more your energy is a bit more nervous in the dream, but then you wake up and you're like, oh, that would have been so cool. Could you imagine what that life would have been like? The universe is telling you that that joy is important. That joy is your intuition. That excitement is your intuition. That excitement is your higher self calling you forward. And no matter which dream of these many that you could be having, you decide to move forward with, or maybe it's just a grouping together of different parts of all these different dreams you might have been having and all these different imaginings, the universe is telling you to go for it. Go for it, group 2. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, so now we're going to use our little Awakened Dreamer Oracle deck just to see any messages specifically about your hopes and your dreams as you move forward. Okay, let's see. We have to you from you. No teacher, preacher, parent, or spiritual advisor knows you better than you do. You've come too far to go back. It's time to let the awakened dreamer within you lead you up the next rung on the ladder of your life. Let confusion fall away. You know exactly what to do. Yes, group 2, you are strong and you have been doing so much work already to get you to the place where you're ready to take the leap, where you're ready to climb the next rung on the ladder of your life, as this card says. And you probably are feeling confusion because things are feeling very open-ended for you. Things are feeling completely open, honestly, and that's wonderful. I think that can be so intimidating, but at the same time, it can be so exciting. And I think it's also looking at these dreams you've been having as a gift, not only from the universe to you, but also a gift from your higher self to you. So it is really to you from you. It's this idea that you give yourself the life you want. And that starts with allowing yourself to dream of it at all. Great. Okay. So next, I want to just continuing with your idea here of your dreams and your hopes for the future. We're going to use the Rumi Oracle deck to get any more information about those dreams and how they're calling to you. Ooh. I can feel a lot of excitement and a lot of enthusiasm just in the way these cards have been shuffling. Even with the tarot cards before I started filming, they took a bit for some to pop out, but there were times where like 5 to 10 cards would pop out at once, and that's just too much, but I can definitely sense a lot of enthusiasm. Okay, group 2, we have, oh, I don't want to pronounce this incorrectly, but Eliza, Star of Venus. Let's see what the guidebook has to say for this one. All right, so there is a little poem to start off in the guidebook, so we'll start with that. I am the pure light, my son. I am not a handful of worthless dust. I am not just an empty shell. I am a regal pearl formed in this world. Close your eyes to see and become aware of me. Perceive me with eyes that see the unseen. Come into the mystery to find me. I am a carefree visitor here for you. Beautiful. Let's see. Your guidance is to trust your path, trust your evolution, even in the face of those around you reacting to it possibly in fear or discomfort. Trust in the path of others too, for in truth there is one path and we are all on it. You do not have to convince anyone of anything. That is not your job. Your job is to embrace the wisdom and embrace your freedom and empowerment to grow spiritually and live your life accordingly. You are becoming, through bestowal of grace, something more of a goddess and a god, of a human and a sacred animal, integrated as one. This is sacred alchemy, amplified in the star fires of Venus, who loves you as a brother or sister and honors your soul with her blessing. Shine true, beloved, shine bright. I also want to mention this other part here. If you are stumbling with judgment within yourself, do not fear. The blessing of Venus is coming to you to help you surrender to it, to help you find your way through so that you can be free now. Yeah, group 2, I feel like maybe despite all of the joy and the excitement that can come from imagining what the future could hold for you, I think there is also this sense of, like it said, judgment within yourself. And I think that judgment probably was a strength that you gained from the difficult things you went through. Our brains only grow and become stronger and smarter as we go through difficult things. We use our minds in ways we had not needed to previously. And that is why you are so strong. But I know that there's a sense of self-judgment that can become present in our minds after we've gone through difficulty. Is that there's this sense of, like I've said before, being afraid to open up to what's possible. And what's so beautiful about this star of Venus is it's such a cosmic and energetic encouragement for you. It's such an encouragement to move forward. It's such an exciting energy, but it's loving and it understands your fear and it understands just not even fear, but a sense of trepidation. It understands the sense of paranoia or a bit of being unsure what to follow. And I think that sense of the universe being so welcoming and not at all judgmental of you is an energy that you would benefit from adopting yourself, not judging yourself either, and being grateful to your fears, being grateful to your trepidation, because they're just trying to protect you. But at the same time saying, thank you, you have served me so well, but now is the time to start anew. And I will use parts of you in the future. I will welcome you when I need you. But at the same time, I'm the one guiding this ship, and I deserve to feel the pride and the strength and the confidence that comes from that because I've earned it. Yeah. Okay, group 2. Let's move back into the dreams you have been having, and let's check on your Moonology deck here and see what sort of effects the moon has been having on your dreams lately. Oh, there we go. All right. A win-win outcome is forecast. Oh yeah, group 2. Your brain, your heart, the moon. We all know what's going on here. A win-win outcome is so forecast for you. And that's the fun of what you're playing with in your dreams, group 2. A win-win outcome is forecast, and your brain and your heart and your higher self and the universe, we all know it's coming. And it's that excitement of sort of looking at the buffet and thinking of what you're going to take to make this beautiful feast. And no matter what comes of it, you know that celebration is there. And what's beautiful is you're already acting, I think in the dreams at least, you're already acting as if you've won. And what better way to start on an adventure is that? Especially after the difficulties you've been through, to have that type of confidence, I just really, really respect and value and celebrate you for. So next, we're going to use our Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. And what's exciting about this is, depending on what card we pull, in the guidebook, it can give us some more specific information on the types of dreams or the things that are showing up in your dreams. So let's see what we have for you. Group 2, dreams. What is group 2 dreaming about? Any more specifics on group 2's dreams? There we go. Okay, we have plant seeds of intention, go, grow, glow. Oh my goodness, yes, group 2. Let's see though, in the guidebook, what specific examples of dreams you could be having. Yes, very fitting. Seeds or flowers. Seeds or flowers in a dream suggest that you are in a fertile phase. Honor the stages of your life as well as your intention to grow new aspects of your soul's desire in the garden of your life. Flowers bring the message to celebrate each stage, from gestation to full bloom and even decomposition. Know that nature wants you to grow to the height and depth of glory only you can express. And the mantra is, all of nature is rooting for me to grow into my highest soul's blueprint. Oh, that's beautiful, group 2. And there was so much in this little paragraph that was referring to all of your cards here. So we have your 10 of Swords and your 7 of Swords, the stages of decomposition that I feel like you've been going through for a while now. Because of that, you are sensing this new phase of life that's beginning, this new sense of fertility. And it's all starting within sort of the womb of your mind before it comes out into the world and manifests and becomes physical. It's beginning, it's starting to grow the seeds of intention in your dreams. And it's allowing you to play and decide what type, not only what type of celebration do you want to have about these things, but how are you going to move forward with them? Oh, that's beautiful, group 2. All right, so last we're going to go back to some messages from the universe. After everything we've been through in this reading so far, I am just so excited for you, group 2, and I can feel that sense of the universe being excited for you too. All right, so in our Mystical Wisdom Oracle deck, we have competition, summon courage, and self-confidence. Yeah, and I think this sense of competition is an interesting one when they use it in this card, because it very much talks about summoning courage and self-confidence, which I feel like goes very well with just you surging forward into your new future. But when it speaks of competition, I think it's interesting because your competition is not so much with anyone else, at least not in this stage of creation of this dream. Your competition, very honestly, is with yourself and sort of the fear-based mentality that has started to build, and also the new parts of you, that Page of Pentacles that is just whispering and calling you to come forward. It's that competition, so it's that competition not so much of fighting against yourself, but it's analyzing, assessing each side of the argument, sort of the angel and the devil idea on your shoulder, the encouraging voice and the discouraging voice, and deciding which parts of it you want to keep. Just like in your dreams, you are doing that with the aspects of how you can move forward in your life. Just in the same way that you could be saying, okay, do I want to live in this city? Do I want to live in this area? Do I want this type of job? Do I want that type of job? Do I want a ton of friends or just want a few really good friends? Like all of these ways that you plan for the future, in the same way that you are assessing those different aspects, I think you also are in this place where you are being led to start to do that same type of analysis within yourself and your self-talk, to be able to identify when to listen to the more nervous or more intuitively pulled back by something voice, but then also on the other side of that, the intuitive, encouraging voice. That's the competition that's occurring right now, is you starting to choose when you listen to which voice, which is a very, very, very good muscle to start learning to exercise more. All right, so our final card for the day will be your Oracle of the Hidden Worlds, just to see, in terms of sort of the world that has been built within your dreams, what world then the universe is calling you to, group 2. Oh, we got 2. All right, so first we have the Sacred Journey, Introversion, Seeker, and Self-Knowledge. Yes, that has been you, group 2, and you're continuing to do that. You are very much in this place where you are having conversations with yourself, whether they are in your dreams as you're building your dream future, or if it is within yourself as you start to think outside of your dreams what you want to do to move forward, what you want to keep, what you want to say goodbye to, what you want to sort of put in the back of your brain so that you can pull it out when you need it. And then we also have the Seer, future prospects, decisions to make, and seeking guidance. Okay, yes, group 2, you are the Seer. You are getting to experience the potential of your life and of your future, of this new start before it begins. And in that way, you have such a vision, such perspective for the future. And you have so much that you are able to pick from, so much that you are able to sculpt to perfectly match the way you want life to unfold. And from that, you will have such a sense of excitement and always a bit of trepidation. I don't want to make it sound like having trepidation is a bad thing, because that is how we protect ourselves. That is how we love ourselves. Being protective of ourselves is an act of self-love, just as being the Page of Pentacles and surging forward into what we've chosen to move forward with, that's self-love too. And I just encourage you, group 2, to keep going on your path, because it is not leading you astray at all. And I know that you, in leading yourself forward, will only do amazing things. All right. Thank you so much, group 2, and sweet dreams. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading today, all about the dreams you've been having at night and how those dreams are sending messages to you about your hopes and dreams for the future. So on this framed art piece that I have here as my tabletop today, we have our 3 sections. And each section has a different purpose. This first section is going to be giving more information about the types of dreams you've been having lately. This middle section is going to be more about the hopes and dreams that you have for the future that might be playing around in these actual dreams that you're having. And then this third section will be messages that the universe is transmitting through your dreams. So first, I have some pre-shuffled tarot cards here to get us started. So let's start with the dreams you've been having lately. So first we have, the 10 of Cups, and we have Justice. Okay, group 3. So you are dreaming of what you want, it seems. It seems that I feel like you are dreaming of your hopes and dreams. And it's kind of as simple as that. I feel like you very much know what you want, and you're just dreaming of it happening. And I think the Justice card being there is interesting too, because it has this feeling of a dream that you've been promised, or a dream that you feel you deserve, or in some way, a dream that is justifiably yours, that you are just sort of anticipating at this point. Whether it is a relationship or a reconciliation in a relationship, whether it's this career, this dream career that you've had and you're just waiting on that job offer, or maybe it's even the sense of the universe has already sent you a message of what is coming, sort of like a premonition or a prophecy, and you know that it feels so right within you, and you feel like it's yours. You feel like you've earned it. You feel like it all makes sense. You've thought through it to the point that it just seems right. And beyond it seeming right, it feels right too. And it's that weird sense of you haven't gotten it yet, so you don't know for sure. There can be the sense of like, oh, I feel it, but do I really know it? And I feel like perhaps that is where your dreams are. I think your dreams are very wishful. Your dreams are very lush. And not just wishful, but wistful too. Like, it has this sense of fantasy, of a fairy tale to it. And especially with this Ten of Cups, it so much seems centered around home or family or your love life. It's very much this idea of the life you've dreamed of. And if it is related to career, especially with justice here in terms of something that you've worked for, it makes a lot of sense that you would be dreaming a lot about this, because this is something that probably takes up a lot of your waking time in terms of you thinking about it, you sort of looking at the world through the lens of that expectation. Yeah, so I'm curious to see what those hopes and dreams more specifically are, because it seems like your dreams, at least so far, very much seem like those hopes and dreams. So let's just see what we have here. All right, so we have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, group 3. So what you want is an ending of fear, an ending of anxiety, an ending of questioning. And I think with the Seven of Cups here too, you want the end of not knowing which thing to grasp onto, not knowing which thing to believe in, to trust in. And specifically when it comes to this Ten of Cups and justice, you want to know that the thing you're hearing, the thing you're choosing, the thing that you're wanting is the thing you, and I don't like this wording, but I feel like it's this feeling of what you should want. And shoulds can be very dangerous, both in terms of shoulds put on us by external forces and other people, but also the shoulds that we so painfully hold to ourselves. And I'm not sure which should you're hearing here. It really could go either way, or it could be both. Because it could be a sense of feeling like you just want what you want. And you feel so deeply within you that it would make you so happy and it would be the right thing for you. And you also feel that, like I said, you've earned it. And then, though, with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Cups, there's that fear of, I know I want it and I know I feel it's mine, but I don't know. And that anxiety is just brutal, brutal, brutal. And the Seven of Cups, it's when you get into that stage where you start questioning everything, where you start tearing yourself apart out of fear and out of judgment, then it just seems like you're building castles in the sky. And I personally think building castles in the sky is so, like, that image is just so beautiful. And we see that so very clearly with this tree, with this life that is up ahead, and she's pointing to that. That's what she wants. But he is looking at the plan. He is looking at the practicality of the situation. And he's looking down at the Seven Cups that they already have. And he's questioning if there really is any more out there. If there really is such a thing as the Ten of Cups. And I feel like you just want to be done asking those questions. You want to be free of being only at the Seven of Cups, because you want the Ten of Cups, and you know that that Ten of Cups would bring you so much joy, and that Ten of Cups feels destined for you. And so not having it yet can cause deep, deep, deep anxiety and a sense of questioning over, is this true at all? And that's when everything seems to fall apart. And that's when everything seems to just sort of tunnel into, it feels like a tornado of emotions and thoughts and panic. And I think this is why the universe or spirit is sending you this beautiful dream is to really draw your attention to the polarities in your experience of those dreams and potential prophecies. So let's see specifically a message that the universe is sending to you through these dreams. So we have the Four of Cups and we have Death. Okay. Yeah. I feel like the universe is telling you that each situation that you go through is different than the time before. And specifically what I'm referring to here is I feel like this might not have been your first dream. And I don't mean your highest priority dream, I mean chronologically. I feel that what you are currently hoping for might not have been the first thing that you originally imagined would be the right thing for you, the happiest thing for you, the most deserving and most correct for you thing. But then what happened is it didn't happen, or you're still waiting for it. And so this Nine of Swords energy is where you've been caught up in previously, where you are just in that anxiety state of, oh, it hasn't happened yet, I haven't gotten it yet. Does that mean it's not mine? Does that mean I did something wrong? And the Seven of Cups is sort of that edge that you're teetering on, whether you're deciding if you want to hold on longer or even just adjust the dream and move forward that way, but still hold on to it. Or if you want to accept your 7 cups that you have and hold yourself to a greater sense of practicality. And I think this is 4 of Cups. There's a sense of reverie and melancholy and disappointment as well. And I think it's almost the idea of boy cries wolf, where you feel like it's it and then it doesn't work out. And then you feel like, oh, this next thing is it, and then it doesn't work out. And we start to question ourselves. We start to beat ourselves up for that, thinking, why do I even dream? Why do I even imagine it all? But I think this 4 of Cups is that 4th cup is the right cup. And maybe this, and I think in your head, you're even saying to yourself, maybe this is the right one. Maybe this is it. This time might be it. And I think this Death card is saying that there is an end coming. Whether that end is a change in your expectations, or whether it's a change in that you will move forward to a new phase of your life that might finally bring you this 10 of Cups. And now to get more information about this, because this really could go multiple ways here, I want to pull out our Dreamkeepers tarot. This was the Shadowscapes tarot, by the way. But we're going to use our Dreamkeepers tarot. I'm just going to pull 1 card per section just to get some more information or more messages from the universe about your dreams and your hopes and any messages that are being sent your way. Okay. Group 3's hopes and dreams. Oh, we got 2. You know, I'll take them both. And then group 3, messages from the universe. Okay, here we go. Okay. So to start out, your dreams, we have the 4 of Swords. Yeah, your 4 of Swords here. In your dreams are a place of release. They're a place where you can go to recover your heart. Your dreams of what you want for the future, those things are what are bringing you joy. They're the things that are giving you the energy and the hope to move forward. And it is a sense of recovery for you. And it is a sense of healing for you. And I think that's beautiful. And now tying the 4 of Swords into the Death card, you've been through a death. You've been through, I'm wondering, a sense of ego death, in that sort of strike against your heart when something doesn't work out the way you wished it would, or that you truly believed it would. I think there's a great blow to your heart and to your mind and to your ego in not being right about something. And it really, I think, can distance you from your sense of spirituality, especially if that sense of knowing that you had previously felt heaven sent. It felt guided. And I know that pain. I really do. But let's see what the universe has to say about those dreams. Yes, we have the 5 of Pentacles and we have the 9 of Cups. So your dream is wish fulfillment, group 3. And I see that. I completely understand that. What else would you want? That's what this is all about. And the interesting thing is, I think you probably are very, very focused on the cups, on this 4 of Cups energy. I feel like your heart is still very hurt by the fact that the wish was not fulfilled in the past. And it's interesting because I feel like your dream, as I said, is in the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. But the 10 of Cups is what you are dreaming of, which is the actual living out of having achieved the dream, having that peaceful, happy, blissful look towards life and feeling that you are set for your future. And I wonder if you're just in this in-between phase of still mourning the death of what you thought was going to be yours and isn't, but you're also seeing what is coming and you are feeling it in a different way than you felt it before. Sort of like what I said earlier about things feel different each time you go through them. And it's sort of the idea that, yes, there's this sense of lightning will not strike the same place twice for you. The idea that how a lesson manifested in your life previously does not mean that's how it's going to be when something familiar might come up again. And I'm curious for the universe's message regarding this. We have the 6 of Pentacles. Yes, the universe wants to give. The universe wants to give to you. And it's a sense of openness that I think the universe is calling for. And perhaps that's why the universe is putting you in this place of this recovering energy of the 4 of Swords, but then also hinting at the 10 of Cups and the Justice and letting you live your dreams within your dreams. The universe, I think, is trying to prime you to open to what it is now promising you. And that this sense of loss, this sense of deprivation, compared with this desire for wish fulfillment, the universe, I think, is using your dreams to both give you time to heal your heart from what is not, from whatever disappointment has come to you, but at the same time showing you why that healing is so important, because it will bring you to your 10 of Cups and the justice that you deserve. All right, so group 3, what we're going to do next is we are going to be looking at our Moonology Oracle deck to see how the moon is looking at your situation and sort of the moon's effects on your dreams and any messages it has for you there. Group 3's dreams. What's going on in Group 3's dreams? Oh, we got 3. That's a bit too much for me. We'll see if we can get just 1 or 2 cards here. But I can sense that excitement, that bountiful energy that the universe is trying to send you. I can really feel that here, group 3. Okay. You and your loved ones are safe. Yes, that's so important, and I'm so glad you're hearing that message today, group 3. Because I know from that disappointment, from that sense of deprivation, it's just always such a little relief in your soul, just a tiny bit of a relaxing sense that you are safe, you are being held by the universe, you are being guided, and the universe wants to provide for you, both with our 6 of Pentacles and our 9 of Cups and our 10 of Cups and our Justice. It's coming, group 3. And I know it's hard to hear that when you've probably been hearing that message for a long time. But either way, this is guided. This is not a mistake. This is not you having made a mistake. This is not the universe having made a mistake. This is in one way or another going to happen. And when you get to that 10 of Cups, you will see why. You will see what that 10 of Cups was in your dreams and how you were being guided there. So next we're going to look at the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. And what's great about this deck is that in the guidebook, it actually gives us more information about the types of dreams and specific images or symbols that could be happening in that dream. So let's see what group 3 has. Okay, we have 2 here, and I will take both. So we have first, the unknown is your friend. Lean in to embrace what's next. And then we have the reward. Celebrate your magnificence. Oh, wonderful, group 3. So I do want to pull out the guidebook for this so that we can get an idea of what is actually occurring in your dreams. But that is a very exciting start. All right, so let's start with the unknown is your friend. So the dream symbol is foreign, whether a country, language, or person. If you dream of a foreign country, language, or person, you are connecting with an aspect of yourself you haven't yet encountered. When you expand your horizons and remove yourself from day-to-day life to explore new terrain within yourself, you can bring back a wealth of information and perspective to benefit all. As you evolve, you may feel unfamiliar in your own skin. You are no longer who you used to be, and not yet who you are becoming. The mantra is, I am exhilarated as I leap into the wild divine. Beautiful. And let's see number 3 for the reward. The dream symbol is celebration. Your courage and heroism are paying off. A dream celebration is like a neon sign affirming that the universe salutes you. Celebrate, celebrity, and celestial. Share the Latin root. Oh, here we go. Celebritatum? I did take Latin in high school, but I don't remember. Meaning multitude and fame. Allow yourself to revel in the spotlight as you receive many deserved pats on the back from those who adore you or from the person who matters most, you. The more you acknowledge this milestone, the more wind will be beneath your wings for the next leg of your hero's journey. And the mantra is, I allow myself to feel the joy of having arrived at this moment in my life. Yeah, group 3, so celebration. I do get that sense of getting what is yours and celebrating it and valuing it and cherishing it. But I think what's also interesting is having this unknown as your friend. Lean in to embrace what's next. You are very much in between worlds. I don't know if you are aware of the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid. I really feel there's that one card that is between worlds, and you have that image of the flamingo, and there is that sort of more muted toned world, and then on the other side of the card, the colorful, beautiful world. And I feel like that is very much where you are. But I also feel like, as I was making this distinction earlier between the 9 of Cups, that imagined bliss of the future, versus the 10 of Cups, which is the actual attainment of it, there is a sense of unknown there. And I think that's where the ego death is coming from as well. I think we are sometimes put in positions where we have to adjust our dreams. And that does not mean that there was something inherently wrong with the dream to begin with. And that does not mean that we were wrong in dreaming that dream. But it's that with time and with growth and with experience, dreams can change, just as values can change, just as our outlook on things can change. And that doesn't mean that we were wrong in the beginning. That meant that we were very in tune with ourselves to know what we wanted at that time. But there is this sense of unknown, and that is the scary part of moving into a new part of your life. That is the scary part of being the phoenix that rises from the ashes. Yeah. Okay, so now I want to pull your Awakened Dreamer Oracle, just for a little message. Oop, and this one was calling to me. This is just a little message from the universe about those dreams that you're holding on to. So we have Your Majesty. Hear ye, hear ye. Unroll the sacred scroll and read this announcement herewith. It has been declared and decreed that you, yes you, are royalty, heir to the greatest inner and outer riches this world has ever known. From your sovereign perspective, claim the throne and rejoice in your majestic life. Beautiful, group 3. Yes, you are royalty, you are sacred, and you know what's best for you. And I think if your dream is changing, if you are being primed to see life or your expectations for life in a different way, that is sacred too. It's coming both from you and from the universe. And that is something to feel secure in, to know that you are safely held within, and that you will only receive what you are meant to receive, group 3. So now I'm also going to pull out our Rumi Oracle just to see any other messages about those dreams. All right, that was quick. Oh, we have 2. Okay. Let love transform and whirling goddess. Okay, so I've pulled these cards a lot, so I'm not going to read into the book too much. I'm very familiar with these. I think the biggest thing is sort of reading these 2 together as let love transform and become the whirling goddess. And whatever this is, whether this was you sort of holding on to your idea of what your life could be like with a certain romantic partner, or whether it was what your dream could be in living out your dream career or your dream family life, or living in a certain area or a certain city or a certain country, having a certain lifestyle. Either way, you have loved something dearly, and you feel with this 5 of coins and this 9 of swords that it was taken away, that you are now lacking. But this death card and this 4 of cups and the 6 of pentacles, let me mention as well, they are coming to tell you that your love was not wasted. And let your love transform. Let your love transform with you as you transform. And I think in doing so, as you let your love and your dreams move and grow and improve with you, you will become the whirling goddess. You will become that sacred higher self that calls to you, that calls you to work with spirit and with universe and to move forward and into a brighter, more beautiful part and phase of your life. So let love transform as you transform, and let yourself transform as love transforms. And in that tornado that I talked about, it can feel chaotic, but as you settle into it, as you allow yourself to be moved by the universe, you will become a whirling goddess right along with it. All right, so we have a couple more cards for you, specifically in terms of any last messages the universe wants to send you. This is our Mystical Wisdom Oracle deck. Oh, that's too many. Any last messages for group 3 from the universe? Okay. Competition, summon courage and self-confidence. Yes. And I can understand that feeling, group 3, of feeling battle weary, of feeling like you have fought and fought for what you felt was yours, but you did not receive it, or you did not receive it in the way you expected. And so there was a great disappointment involved. And this competition is a sense of, I almost feel like the universe is dangling these 6 of coins in front of you, or dangling sort of this 10 of cups on you and saying, here, this is what you want. Come on, get that fighting spirit and come fight for it. And that is so tiring when you have felt deprived, when you feel like you have been fighting for so long. But I think by the universe sending you these 10 of cups and this justice in the very initial stages, in the dreams themselves, I feel like the universe is trying to motivate you just one more time for that push, because the 4th time will be a charm. All right, the last deck we'll be using today is the Oracle of Hidden Worlds, to see what the universe is trying to welcome you into, or to get you to welcome into your own life. So let's see. We have 2, and I will always take them. All right, so we have the Green Man, rising energy surge and fertility. Yes, we are definitely in a stage of fertility for you. And that comes in the Death card, that comes in the 9 of Cups, that comes in Let Love Transform. We are in this great place of fertility and fresh start for you. And then we also have the Leap, ecstasy, bliss, and belief. Yes, the universe is calling you to take another leap of faith. And I know that you feel that you've probably already taken that leap of faith in the past and it didn't prove itself to come to fruition. But the thing about the universe is it's that unconditional love, and it's that unconditional call for more love and for more connection. And the universe is trying to motivate you to believe just one more time. And if you see these 10 cups enough, you will want them fulfilled like you did in the past with your 9 of Cups. You will see the royalty within you. You will let your love transform, and you will become a whirling goddess, and you will take that leap. All right, group 3, thank you so much for this reading today. Thank you so much for being here, and I wish you sweet dreams.